So the McNair Scholars Program, we work with undergraduate students who aspire to obtain a PhD degree, and we support them by providing them with research opportunities, and part of that research opportunity is pairing them with a faculty mentor in their field to help coach them and support them through the research process. So these students, for the most part, have never had a research experience, so faculty mentors play a huge role in guiding them through that process, from establishing a question, methodology, data collection, analysis, and writing it up.
So in grad school, I had the privilege of working with a McNair Scholar as a grad student on a research team, and that's when I was introduced to it. And then when I was interviewing for Our Lady of the Lake in 1996, Dr. Guerrero introduced me to the McNair staff and the McNair program here. And to me, that was critical because it told me that not only do I get to work closely with students, but I could continue doing research in the summer and have a mechanism to do that, because I wasn't sure if I would really have so much of the motivation, because they do teach 4 courses a semester, and also the resources to do so. So it's been honestly critical for my career, to be able to work with students in the summer and receive some support for doing so. It's been wonderful.
I have loved being a mentor for McNair. Again, I didn't really know what it was coming in, so I wasn't sure, what the expectations were for me, and then also from the student end. But I had chaired, master's thesis projects before and done some undergraduate honors stuff, so I felt pretty comfortable. I did not realize just how involved McNair is and how well students are being prepared for advanced degrees. The stuff that Dr. Quintero is doing is incredible, from prepping them for interviews, and all of the research presentations they've been able to do has been amazing. So I didn't really know coming in how much on the back end they would be getting from the program itself. I kind of was under the impression it'd be more like me and a mentor would go through, or mentee, we go through a project, and kind of that's that. So I've been incredibly impressed by it. I recommend it to every class. Whenever that call comes out, I'm recommending it to everyone. And I think the mentors that I've had have been incredible to work with. I've gotten to know them really, really well. I've traveled with both of them to, getting on plane and going to Pennsylvania or Atlanta or wherever. So it's been a really rewarding experience that I absolutely adore.
It's just so enriching and refreshing for me to experience it through the student's eyes, and to be able to see how different their perspective can be. I mean, teaching at Our Lady of the Lake has given deep meaning in my life, and it's been the biggest blessing. I was so lucky to get to be here, and the McNair program is really at the heart of that, because it has allowed me to sort of follow my own dreams and my own research, but then allow that to be shaped and supported by the McNair staff and by the students.
Some of them have taught me from the drive that they have, they're just so driven to continue their education, and some of them are really sure of what they want to do. And so I want to help get them there. I feel like that was a little bit different than I was. I was not quite sure where I wanted to end up with my education. I knew I needed to get an education, but I wasn't quite sure of what I wanted to do. And so that's really inspiring to me.
I think the McNair program gets me excited about research. Sometimes being a teaching heavy institution, and kinesiology being only undergraduate, I think sometimes it's a little bit more challenging to continue the research agenda that maybe you have in an institution that has graduate programs or whatever. So working with McNair students gets me excited, and they're excited. At the beginning, they're nervous. They're not really sure what they're supposed to be doing. And through kind of showing them what research is and how to not overthink it and how to apply it to their own lives has been inspiring from a professional standpoint, because again, it gets me excited about research and thinking about what ideas they have and what stories from a personal standpoint they have, and kind of combining all those things has been really, really fun.
It's just really a well-run program, and I think it's wonderful, and I think it's the best way for us to be able to continue to engage in scholarly research, and have a structure in place to help us to publish, to help us to present at conferences, to receive support to travel there. So I just think it's really a wonderful opportunity, and if anything, it makes our job so much easier. Then it's not an additional burden or anything like that. It's fantastic.
I would say if you're on the fence about it, you should do it. You should go ahead and do it. Yes, there's some, work and hours and things like that come with it, but the returns that you'll get really are immeasurable. So you could be the difference. It can be the difference between somebody who hasn't had the opportunities or hasn't thought about the opportunities of going to grad school. And so you as a professor might be able to open different doors for them. And so I think it's really rewarding in that way. That's what we want. We want more students to continue with their education, and so that they can give back to their communities and really the world at large.
Just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. It's incredibly rewarding. It's, if anybody is concerned about it being, time consuming or how am I going to fit it in, I have not seen that to be a problem. A lot of the kind of the heavier time points are during the summer anyways, which I think a lot of us aim to do research during the summer anyways. So from the logistical side of it, I don't see any downsides to it. And from the personal side of it, it's just incredibly rewarding, and it's really helpful from the student end. They need people to mentor them. And sometimes that's hard to ask, a faculty member to do. So the fact that they're putting themselves out there and they want a mentor means that every one of us that fits their discipline, that is willing to do so, should absolutely do it.